Hi Virgo, welcome to your weekly forecast for November 18th through the 24th. We're going to connect here to see what's going on for our Virgo friends with this deck here. And then we're going to pull a spirit message for you from this deck here. All right, my darlings, let's get right on into it. See what's coming up for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. In the week ahead, guys, what's happening for Virgo? What's happening for Virgo? What's happening for our Virgo darlings? All right, Monday, Tuesday for Virgo, Wednesday, Thursday for Virgo, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Virgo. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, my dears, you have 7 of Cups, Virgo. You are going to have to make some decisions. And it's so funny. This is going to be, some of you are like, who? I've never even heard of that. But right when I turned this cup over, like this card over, an obscure kind of song came to me. Some of you may have heard of Morrissey. You may have not have heard of Morrissey. But he's got a song called Spring Hill to Gym. And there's a line that says, so many women, his head should be spinning. But no. So maybe some of you have something going on in terms of love or romance, or if you're someone who dates women, maybe you're going to have a lot of ladies to choose from, or maybe you're dealing with someone where there's a lot of ladies chasing after that person. However, it's funny because in the line, the whole thing is his head should be spinning, but no. So there could be some confusion here. You might have a lot of options, but maybe for you in this case, none of them are jumping out at you, or you might see a lot of people chasing after somebody that you're interested in, and they might not be taking the bait, so to speak. It's so funny because we also have a fish here talking about bait. So there could be something happening where someone is waking up and coming out of an illusion, okay? So if you've been dealing with a partner who you know has been asleep, they might be in the beginning stages, or maybe I shouldn't say partner or love interest, they might be in the beginning stages of waking up. Or Virgo, you may be in the beginning stages of waking up, where all of a sudden you're like, you know what? My type isn't working for me. Like my type is not working for me. And it's coming to you by way of having options. Like these people are here, like you're getting what you asked for and you're getting a whole lot of it, but you're like, but this isn't doing it for me, right? So typically with 7 of Cups, this is a card that comes with a message of like an illusion or having a hard time to figure out what you want. But for some reason, Virgo, with you, I feel like you're getting exactly what you asked for and a whole lot of it. But you're just like, it's not doing it for me. Or you're waking up from the illusion. You're seeing that what you wanted really wasn't what you thought it was. Especially with like this catfish here, right? It's making me think of it like a catfish. A catfish is actually, from what I've heard and what I've read, can be very much a shapeshifter. It can appear like different things in the shadows and in the water. So some of you are getting what you wanted in a specific person. Somebody specific's coming around or giving you a chance, and you're like, but it's not what I thought it was going to be. And for other ones of you, maybe it's more so an opportunity. Maybe it's a business opportunity, a job. Maybe you landed a promotion that you were really wanting and now you're in it and you're like, you know what? This is not what I thought it was going to be. This is not the business. You know, like some of you just might not be feeling it. But that's the feeling that's kind of coming up here with 7 of Cups Monday, Tuesday, is waking up from a dream, seeing the truth of a situation, and maybe having a hard time deciding how you want to move past it. But as you come into the midweek, you have the Emperor here, okay? So the Emperor is coming in with this energy of stability and foundation, right? Coming out of the illusion, coming out of the confusion, getting out from the clouds and getting your feet on the ground. And beginning to lay down this foundation of what you want to do. Some of you may have a father figure or like a very masculine ancestor figure or a grandfather or someone come in through like a dream visitation in the middle of the week, bringing you messages about how to move forward, in a certain situation, or, like maybe encouragement or guidance in some way. The Emperor can also really signify authority, decision-making, and being able to trust yourself based on your past experiences. The great thing about the Emperor, what makes him so successful, is not because he's perfect, not because he never makes mistakes, but because he learns from his mistakes. So some of you are going to start seeing through the illusion, and you're going to figure out, like, here's where I maybe made a mistake last time, or here's maybe what the issue was, and you're coming into a chance of fixing it, right? Like, you're going to realize, and you're going to see what can be changed. And you're going to see how you can bring about stability in your life, laying down some kind of a foundation. I feel, Virgo, that some of you are really making a decision, however, to focus more on yourself and your career goals. You're like, you know what, maybe this whole, like, relationship thing and these people coming in my social life, personal life, maybe it's too much of a distraction right now, and maybe right now on this level I'm attracting some riffraff, or I'm attracting a whole lot of the same. And so you're working on yourself so that you can get into, like, a place where maybe you're going to be able to encounter someone or something that is higher caliber for you, or more aligned with what it is that you're looking for, or where you want to be, right? You might be hanging out in the wrong neighborhood, so to speak. Not like literal neighborhood, but just in the sense of, like, the level that you're on right now, right? Like, if you're trying to call in a very established, successful person, you're going to be working on becoming that established, successful person yourself. Or if you're trying to call in somebody that's, like, drop dead gorgeous, then you're working on making yourself drop dead gorgeous. Or whatever it is you're trying to call in another person, you might be spending some time to bring those qualities up within yourself and having that kind of foundation. Let's see here. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is King of Pentacles. So sure enough, Virgo, I feel like some of you are you're done with, like, games or illusions or confusion or misunderstanding. So you're making a decision to focus on yourself. You're making a decision to focus on your finances, your stability, your abundance. I feel for some of you, there's an opportunity that's coming in, and this opportunity that's coming in is going to be taking you to much better circumstances in your life. It's going to be a big step up for you, improving the quality of your living, improving, just kind of your circumstances, kind of like I don't want to say a dream job, but like a breakthrough, coming into some kind of a financial breakthrough. And I do feel those of you where, like, the love energies have been frustrating for you, I do feel you're meeting your person, you're coming across them, as, oddly enough, you're getting more focused on your career. Your person may be coming in through your career path for many of you who are watching, or as you're doing something related to your career. So maybe not necessarily a coworker, right? But maybe you're meeting this person who's like a vendor, or like a neighboring, like, like, I don't know, if you're a lawyer or something, maybe you're going to meet this person who's like counsel for the case, on the case for, like, a different witness or a different party or something. But somehow in the scope or realm of your career, you may be meeting this person for a lot of you, because it's coming into being aligned with who you are. Like, you have something very specific in your mind, what you're looking for, or even within your goals, you have very specific in your mind where you want your life to be, what kinds of friends you want to have, what kind of relationship you want to be in. But it's coming down to you being in the right area, being around the right people, right? You can't be friends with these people or be around these people if you are in an energy where you're not vibing with that. So especially with that Emperor card coming up, I feel like a lot of you are changing your vibration and you're getting more aligned with what it is in your heart you want and what it is in your heart that you're seeking, okay? Let's go ahead and see what your spirit message is for the week, my darlings. All right, so we've got this spirit message for you here, shelter, right? So for some of you, maybe this is really you're focusing on actual shelter, like you're focusing on your physical, environment, focusing on your home or bettering the condition of your home, either by bringing in more money and having a more comfortable living arrangement, or by looking at the condition of your home itself. Like maybe you're clearing out clutter, maybe you're making it a more inviting place. I think something like that actually came up for you Virgos last week, if I'm not mistaken, last week or the week before, about making your home more inviting and more comfortable. And so that might be something that is an ongoing thing. Maybe you're still doing that this week as well. However, I feel for a lot of you, you've just been looking for a place. Remember with that Seven of Cups, you're just like, this is a whole lot of nothing, or I'm not vibing with these people or these individuals. I feel like you're beginning to get really focused on what it is that's important to you, what your priorities are, so that you're able to find the right place for you, right? One of the things that happens is, sometimes people say, oh, well, I want something of substance, I better go back to church. But then they go to church and they're like, oh, but this isn't it, or I don't fit in here. Or, oh, well, maybe I'm into the whole spiritual thing and let me go hang out with like all these mystical people. And like you might go a lot of different places and you're going to require elitism in every category. You're going to encounter elitism with psychics and mystics. You're going to encounter elitism in churches and traditional churches and organizations, in volunteer organizations. There's always going to be the people that want to stand out and shine brightest and say, that they know everything and we all have to follow them. And, it's like the cool kids and the cool clique and everybody's trying to get in and people are being shut out. And so Virgo, you might have been dealing with that kind of energy, but this card coming up is letting us know that this week you're really going to find where your shelter is, okay? And for some of you, it might be very much going within yourself and focusing on your own spiritual connection with your higher power. Maybe finding one or two good friends that you can kind of confide in or open up and be yourself. Some of you are taking some time away to just kind of lick your wounds, or some old battle wounds here or something, because you might be trying to make amends for something that went wrong, or you feel it went wrong, and you're just trying to make heads or tails of that and figuring out how to come out of it. So this shelter for some of you, I feel, is like a little bit like a self-imposed timeout, where you're just trying to get your head on straight and figuring out what happened. Especially with that Emperor card came up, like the whole learning from the mistakes thing. You might be just taking some time and just keeping to yourself and figuring out where maybe certain steps were missteps and how to do things differently next time in different circumstances or different situations. But I encourage you to look at the card and see what's jumping out at you, what the colors say to you, what it makes you think of, and how it's speaking to you. This feels very psychedelic to me. I don't know if somebody's like getting ready to go to like the Amazon and do the ayahuasca or something. I don't know, but it looks really psychedelic to me. So I am not encouraging use of any substance. I'm not encouraging that at all. But, I just felt like that kind of jumped out at me. So maybe somebody's kind of going into that, or I don't know, maybe Maybe you grew up like in the 60s or something, and you have a connection to the 60s or the 70s, and you're going back to that time, to the music and the things that you were into. Maybe you're taking a trip down memory lane, and maybe that's kind of like your safe place or something. But, I would encourage you to see what's jumping out at you. But also the little spiral here to me makes me feel like a sense of ascension. So this shelter for some of you, I definitely feel, like I said, you going inward, you having your own little epiphanies, you kind of ascending within yourself and connecting with that higher consciousness, however it is you feel is the best way to do it. But that's what this is kind of telling me for some of you, my darlings. Again, I encourage you to watch your moon, sun, and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to bring more messages to you, or they may resonate with you more. And this month, I'm really recommending for everyone to watch the November love readings. Even if you don't care about love, even if you're happily single, or even if you're happily coupled with someone, because the November energies were really intense. So Spirit led me to channel for the November love readings. So even though it's my voice on the video, it's not me talking, really. It's Spirit. So anytime I've channeled, I've found that the information that comes out can actually be applied to just your life in many levels, in many ways, and can be very helpful. So if you haven't watched the November love readings, the link is in the description. I encourage you to watch those. And because people had such a favorable response, I also did a full moon in Taurus channeled message. So you can check that out as well on the channel if you would like. And because, again, of the response to that, it's become very clear many people really want me to channel regularly on the channel. So I'll be channeling on the channel every month. You guys are still going to get the weekly forecast. That's not going to change. I'll still do the weekly tarot readings. But once a month, I'm going to do a channeled message. I don't know if I'm going to do it for the collective or if I'm going to do it for each of the zodiac signs. But I'll see what people say, and I'll take that into consideration. I might just do what the majority says, if they want one channeled message for everyone, or if they want individual for the zodiac signs. And as always, if you would like a private personal reading, go ahead and click on the Calendly link. You can schedule with me there. If you want a private channeled message, some of you have been asking me about that. I'm going to have to think about the best way to do those. So I will have something available soon, and I'll have it available on the calendar so it's easy to schedule. It's going to be easier to know, or to set it up to where you're getting a private channeled reading. But I don't have it set up yet. So I will announce when that's ready. So stay tuned for that. I thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you a fabulous week, my dears.